Hi, my name is Anthony Lai. I am an associate attorney at Schweitzer Law Partners in Pasadena, California, and I practice primarily divorce and family law. I chose to become a lawyer because I wanted to have something that would make a difference in the world. I wanted to have an impact on people's lives. I primarily got interested in the field of politics during college, but I had the opportunity to work as an extern in the U.S. District Court in Riverside, where I went to school, and really got to see some tremendous attorneys, some very interesting cases, and just how complex and evolving the law was. And once I saw that and I experienced it from the inside of a judge's chambers, I had fallen in love. I wanted to work in the field and make it something that I dedicated my life to. I sort of fell into divorce and family law by accident. During law school, I went through a lot of classes and training trying to become a trial attorney. I felt that the courtroom was the place where I felt most comfortable, that I enjoyed the most. And when I graduated from law school, I started doing some work in litigation. However, doing those jobs, I didn't feel like I was really going to ever get in front of a judge in any kind of meaningful way until probably my third or fourth year of practice. So I had an opportunity to do some discovery for a family law office, and I started finding that I was really interested and very motivated to try to work on these cases. And family law to me is a very unique area of law. We don't typically deal with just dollars and cents. We deal with a lot of emotions, a lot of family dynamics, and it's very unique because you don't see these types of issues arise in a lot of other areas of law. And I really enjoyed the additional layer of complexity, of challenge in these types of cases, because it really gave me the opportunity to apply creative solutions to very complex problems. So being an attorney of Asian American descent, especially working in the field of family law, has been a tremendous asset, I feel. I was a second-generation immigrant. My parents are both from Taiwan, and I'm actually the first attorney in my family, but first attorney to also work in family law. Family law specifically is deeply intimate and is very, very personal. There are a lot of cultural and traditional norms that come with marriage, especially from Asian American countries. One of the things that a lot of clients that I deal with on a regular basis don't know is that in the United States, only one person can get a divorce, that the other person's consent isn't required, and that's not something that is common in Eastern countries. So a lot of what I do is educating my clients as to how marriage and dissolutions work here in California. And I think that being of Asian American descent is really valuable in that sense, because I can relate to a lot of the expectations and the understandings that these clients have coming from Asian countries, specifically in China or Taiwan as well. So in terms of where it's led to, I think being of a person of color working in family law has really been a valuable asset, and it's something that I use as much as possible in order to help my clients through this very difficult part of their life. The one piece of advice I would have for students who are considering a career in law is to be open to the idea of possible changes. I had a very narrow mindset going into law school and graduating from law school, in that I wanted to do litigation, I wanted to be a trial attorney, and I wanted to be in the courtroom. But where I ended up, even though I do a lot of those things, wasn't exactly what I had pictured in mind. So if I had never had the opportunity to do some work doing discovery, responding to interrogatories, and producing documents on family law cases, I probably would have never found my way into family law, which is really where I enjoy. So again, my strongest piece of advice, if you're in law school or if you're at the early stages of your career, if you're not enjoying what you're doing, be open to the possibility of doing something else, because you very well find something out there that will be a good fit for you and that you'll enjoy doing day in and day out.